Well. Today we're gonna do something, well, not very exciting, I guess, but perhaps useful for someone. We're gonna do settings. I happened to blow both my computers and, well, all the hard drives and whatnot, and did a clean install on everything. It feels fresh, feels just like taking a shower with the computer, but actually that sounds weird. But, well, what the hell, everything is fresh, and I realized I lost all my controls. Or the key bindings, I should say. And while not being a proper pro player, I guess I've played for quite a long time now, and I would share my key bindings as I've discovered them to be useful, because it might be useful for someone else who's, thinking about getting it customized. And I don't really like all the defaults. I mean, there are some important buttons like this one that is the same. I mean, I'm not going to change that one. And same thing with left shift to get down in the scope. That is also really useful. And it's nice just to rest your pinky down there, unless you somehow forgot that one, or you can't forget your pinky, but you can lose it somehow. Who cares? Well, whatever. It's nice to have the pinky down there with the WASD keys, which I obviously won't change either. But then we get into the tricky parts. Well, machine gun as well. That would be the same. The spacebar, especially if you're an American vehicle, when you can just machine gun everything to death. But for the rest of us, it's just useful. But now we get into the important things. At E, I don't know what it is. Oh, it seems to be the cruise control. I don't want to have cruise control. It's not that important. Let's try the Q button as well. Oh, that's actually cruise control backwards. I think those, together with R and F, are the most important buttons because you can reach them really easy. And therefore I want to have something really useful there. And the most useful thing I can come to think of is the binoculars. And I guess there's a search. Binoculars, B. B is really far away. I mean, I can't just let go. I can't reach that one while driving the vehicle. So that's just bad. I can't just let go of everything every time I want to look in the binoculars. So I put it on E, because that is really important to get there. See, fast driving, turning. The only thing is that I can't turn to the right and look at the binoculars at the same time because I use my index finger, but who cares? I can at least be driving and looking at the binoculars, switching back and forth. That is useful. And speaking of zooms, yes, you zoom in with the mouse wheel. That's not enough. I believe the default for a full zoom is Z. Yes. And there we have the same thing. There might be really nimble people there to, sort of sling your little finger down in there. But I can't. So I need to have it in a better place. And I think it's really important. Therefore, I will put it, when I find it, there. Zoom camera. I actually put it on the right mouse button because I think this one is a really important one. Well, I don't really have any forest here, but when you're up in this top view, when you're in the forest, you can get a lot of things in the way, and therefore it's good to go down to the sort of grassroots level there, and not really that far down, but a bit further down, look beneath the trees. That one, and the what do you call it? The sight, full zoom, zoom out, sight, full zoom, zoom out, binoculars. This is sort of the thing I do all the time, all over the place. I just cycle through them and see which one is the best one at the moment, and well, until I fire, because then I need to fire, and then I need a sight. No, not really, I'm just lying. Well, just forget that. You can fire on the move anyway. There we go. And I still got buttons to assign though. And the Q button, I'm not using that one for cruise control. I like to have the... oh, there they are. These smokes. Yes, replace. I like to have the smokes there because it's really convenient. It's a close by button, and if you get into trouble, sort of driving about here and you're getting out of the bushes here, let's pretend we're just here and say, oh shit, there's a thing there that's very dangerous. It's really useful to have it close by. It's the same as binoculars. You can't just go, you know, hunting all over the keyboard to find the smokes. And there might, as you know, as stated before, there might be pro players who actually, you know, I know my keyboard by heart and I can just push it anyway. I'm not gonna let go of my driving while I'm popping smokes. That's for sure. So that one is that. Q, I use for that. And then let's see, then I also have the repairs, which, you know, let's go for cruise control because they're assigned in a sort of row there. Cruise control forward, I over assigned that one button, so I will use the G. And for going backwards, I will use V. No, I won't. I guess I would use B then, because I want to keep them sort of close by, because I use them, but I don't use them that often, and when I use them, it's mostly in sort of a controlled environment, sort of, you know, going across the map. I just use my cruise control, or perhaps like this, you know, you just want to sneak over the hill here and you just do the cruise control at lowest level. You never do that in a hurry, you know, like, oh shit, there's a dangerous thing there, let's cruise control backwards or forward, whatever. You get it, you get the point there. And then I realized I just screwed up the I went the wrong way as well. Controls. I just screwed up the scouting as well. Active scouting. I'm not really satisfied with this button here, but I use V because it's the standard, and it's sort of close by enough. Well, I guess I have it here. I need to be in the scope here and scout. Okay, I guess I can't scout here in the shooting range, but it's kind of close by and it's not immediate need there. But I like it actually. V is good enough. And then we got the... well, I forgot one on the zoom and look and things. The C button. The free look around. Is there something behind me? I don't want to change my turret. And this one is not too bad because the turret traverse is kind of nice. But there are other ones where you really don't want the turret traversing unless you want to. You want to keep a turret forward and you want to look at the side for a while. Just press the C button and then you zoom in and zoom out. This is also very useful. I use it a lot, especially like cruising around like this. See what I can find. Yes, okay. Is that something? Yes, it is. So that one is also used. And then the X button, I use it in the aircraft to... oh, I hit the tree. That's nice. To assign targets in air battles. I didn't know it for a long time that I had it, but it's really useful, and I'm not going to use it for anything else there because it would just confuse me. And then we got down to the repairs, because I did away with the... Did I? No, that's right. I forgot the rangefinder. I will put the rangefinder on F, because I used it quite a lot. Because I don't know all the... well, I guess this is point blank, but I use it quite a lot because I don't know the maps that well, and I want to have it close by, one of the primary buttons, because when I'm at there, well, you know, often you're sort of driving over the hill, finding your enemy, and then you really want to shoot as fast as you can. Then you can't spend all this time looking around the keyboard finding this range button. I mean, you can, I guess you can just fire and see what you hit, but then you will expose yourself as well. So that is really useful to have something close by. But the problem is, as the controls here, the game nicely reminded me of, is that now I don't have anything to repair my vehicle, and that is really useful actually. What's on now? Repair. I put it on Z. I need to sign the button. I put it on Z because, well, it's close by. It's not the immediate action keys around there, but it is close by enough so I don't have to look down on my keyboard. I'm a bit disappointed with the number 6 as fire extinguisher. I don't change ammunition that often. I would prefer to have... Actually, perhaps I can have it. Controls. First type of shell. I should actually have it up at 4. I rarely have a 4th. Yes. So I guess select the 4th type of shell. If I have 4, I guess I'll just go into the settings and get it. I don't know any tank that actually use 4 types of ammunition, because usually there's one major ammunition you use and perhaps a second one for sort of special purposes, if you have one with a good filler and one with the sort of good penetration, similar to that. I never use 4 kinds of ammunition. And extinguishing your fire, that's really important. So 4 is much closer than 6, and 5 is good, you know, the artillery. That's good enough, you know. It's a little bit stretch. You have to stretch your finger a bit, but it's usually not that important to be fast. I guess you should be fast because sometimes you're sort of, oh shit, I'm dying, I better just pull in some artillery here, but well, it's not too bad if you don't get it, because you might not hit anyway. And that's pretty much it. I don't use that many buttons because, well, a lot of complex fancy things get complicated, and the sad reality is that your fingers can't really reach that far anyway, because of all this, at least for me, can't reach all over the place. So I need to concentrate the important stuff to the buttons closest at hand, and those are the ones I just showed you. I do hope it's useful for someone, and I'm real glad that my buttons are back. Happy times!